Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Maximize Your Career Opportunities with Google Cloud Credentials session here at Google Cloud Next 2023. It's been a while since we've seen each other in person. I'm so delighted to be here. I'm so delighted this session is also recorded for our global audience. It's going to be available on demand. My name is Magda. I've been with Google for 15 years, and I had our credentials and certification programs. So it's really an honor and such a pleasure to be in this space and talking today about the exams, credentials that really, I know, impact people's lives, careers, help their businesses, and so on. I'm so delighted to be joined on stage today with the legend, Eugene, who's really a wonderful champion of the certification community and also works at Accenture. So Eugene will be joining me on stage for our interview with the expert part. So stay tuned, he's definitely going to be here. I'm going to offer a brief overview of the trends we are seeing in the market, the opportunities, and also, of course, cover our portfolio of certifications and give you a better understanding of the value that they bring. So let's get started. The first data point that we notice, that's really an interesting start of this conversation. 90% of IT leaders want to grow their cloud environments in the next several years. What this means, there's so much demand on cloud, so much demand on the keyword of the conference, Gen AI, right? So much opportunity, like so much, and the businesses want to embrace it from the technology standpoint. So what does it mean for us and the talent side of the equation, right? 80% of leaders feel that they have a lack of skills and talent among their employees, right? So all this demand for technology, but where is the skill set? Where is the talent? Even more need to develop this capacity of skilled individuals who can solve business problems with the technology. So very powerful, I think, trends and data points we see that we can ground our today's conversation in. I also think really interesting data point that's outlined here, that more than a third of tech leaders said that professionals with cloud skills are the most challenging to find, right? So in this entire technical skill set ecosystem, the cloud skills, the AI skills will be so very important to develop and to provide. So that's the space we are in. Our solution, our offer to all of you and to the businesses is, let's build the skill set and let's validate the skill set with credentials, with certifications. So that's really the framework of the core technology areas or the key job roles that are in demand that we need to build these capabilities around. And that's really what the certification and credentials programs are for, right? They really validate the skills and knowledge that the businesses need, that the individuals build their careers around. So specifically, the core two credential types that we offer at Google Cloud are Google Cloud skill badges. How many of you perhaps earned the generative AI skill badge that we've been, yeah? Wonderful. So if you have, and you are here in person, you can collect your limited edition pin at the certification and training booth. So skill badges, really beautiful format for agile credential, very much grounded in practical, hands-on, applied skill set knowledge. And of course, our flagship Google Cloud Certified program with job role exams, varying per level and so on, from Cloud Digital Leader, Associate Cloud Engineer, and then a variety of exams at the professional level with the Professional Machine Learning Engineer, Data Engineer, and so on. So these are the two credential types that we are mostly talking about in this session. I did want to highlight the generative AI skill badge in more detail because this might be very much of interest to you here in the room, or maybe for your colleagues and your teams, right? When you go back from the conference or as you watch this session on demand, you may want to share this with your teammates. How do I earn a credential that's specifically about generative AI. That's the skill badge. This particular skill badge is in a format of a number of relatively short videos with a final assessment. Many of our other skill badges are hands-on, lab-based credentials. So you complete a series of labs with the final assessment challenge lab, and that's how you earn the credential. So warm invitation to explore the skill badge format in the technology area that you feel you want to advance and explore. And then, of course, our certified program. These are all the beautiful badges that are available, and when you successfully pass the exam, you earn your badge and your certificate. So really, that's the beauty of the program. As I mentioned, we have the foundational level exam, that's Cloud Digital Leader, a really wonderful offer for people adjacent to technical teams, people in business roles who really want to understand what is cloud, what is available, what use cases can I unlock as a business leader. But I also get feedback from technical teams that is also important or interesting for them, as they maybe are very new to the area and they want to start with the very fundamental level exam. Or some, I also heard that it's actually interesting for them to hear this is the way the business thinks about the technical solutions. So I think there's definitely value for everyone in this exam. The associate level exam is wonderful for people who are very hands-on on the platform. And then the variety of professional level exams are very specific, job role based, high bar. Really, this is the proficiency. This is really validating that an individual has the very advanced, very proficient level of skills and knowledge in a given job role. So you might be wondering, right, so which certification is right for me? Where should I start? How many of you here are familiar with the sketchnote format, right? Yeah, that's a relatively familiar format, GCP sketchnotes. So we did develop one for certifications. This is the sketchnote that guides you through this journey of choosing which certification should I start with. So I invite you, if this is of interest, look it up after the session, and you can go through your own decision tree and arrive at the certification that's right for you to start with. The other sketchnote I did want to highlight is brand new, and this is for the multi-cloud use case. So how many of you here maybe are certified in another cloud? Yeah, some of you here. So very common, right? We come with experience in other areas. There is a journey for a multi-cloud professional, and there is a brand new sketchnote that really outlines this journey as well to help you with your choice and your journey forward with Google Cloud certifications. I wanted to briefly touch on the benefits of Google Cloud certifications. So not only do you receive the wonderful certificate and badge, the certificate you can post on your social channels, the badge you can add to your email signature, so you really show and proudly display this as the proof that you have this advanced level of skill set. Our professional level certifications come with some extra swag. Everyone who's certified receives access to the digital toolkit. Of course, networking opportunity, very powerful, and access to the certified community, special recognition at events like Google Cloud Next, and opportunity to be added to the Google Cloud certified directory. So all this really good benefits to be pursuing exams as well. So I outlined our program, also the situation in the market. This is where we are. This is the need for this cloud skill set. And you might be wondering, all right, but how do we do it? Can we get some practical examples, some practical stories? So I'm so delighted to now welcome on stage the person who's done it all. He has no less than all of our 11 certifications earned. He's the one and only Yujun. Welcome on stage, Eugene.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is it. I'm excited to be here. It's another small step for mankind. One giant leap for a man like me. For the first time in my life, I landed in this stage to share my story about the change. Let there be change. Magda, we finally met. But you look familiar. Have we met before?
That's very, very possible, Yujun. It's, again, lovely to have you here. So, you have a really beautiful, long career in technology. Please walk us through it. How did it all begin?
Definitely. I had many years of experience as a Java developer. Before 2016, I had seen cloud as the infrastructure. That's someone else's job. 8 years ago, I started a new job. When my manager came and asked us to learn Amazon Web Services and get certified, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do that. At that time, I know nothing about AWS. How could I get certified? Also, I was already 47 years old. Is it really necessary to get certified? Another thing is, I worried about failure. What if I fail the exam? I would lose $150 exam fee. I could use that money to buy 30 burgers. What bothered me most is I worry people would judge me and see me as a loser if I fail the exam. So I kept postponing it until I couldn't postpone any longer. 8 months later, I started reluctantly. But 10 minutes into the online course, I was inspired by the instructor. What exactly he said, I don't remember. But it's like this. Hey guys, listen to me. Get certified and thank me later. From that moment on, I devoted all my spare time into learning AWS. And in 4 months, just 4 months, I became fully certified on AWS.
Yeah. So, really impressive. So back in 2016, with all the exams, all the certifications in AWS, you definitely could have had a great career. So what happened with your interest in Google Cloud? How did this start?
That lies in my blood. I dare to be different. When everybody is going one way to the cloud, I chose the new way to cloud. After I became fully certified, I started a new job. While I was figuring out what to do next, I discovered the next big thing. In 2016, Google rebranded one of its business units as Google Cloud and set the stage for the highly anticipated Google Cloud Next in March 2017. Just 3 weeks before I started a new job, I still managed to get approval to attend the conference. During the keynote speech, Diane Green, the CEO of Google Cloud, took the stage and delivered a visionary and a passionate speech. She boldly declared Google's ambition to be the #1 service provider in the cloud area. That inspired me. I imagined, as the early adopter of Google Cloud, I got an opportunity to become the pioneer and establish myself as a leader in this changing cloudscape. But I didn't know that decision set me to a journey of crawl, walk, run.
That's so inspiring that this keynote inspired you so much to pursue the Google Cloud knowledge and skills. And look, Eugene, I was there too.
Oh, no wonder you look familiar. We met here in 2016, but I didn't know you at that time. Today, we finally met at this stage.
Yeah, time flies indeed, and I also still remember that keynote very well. So tell us what happened next.
This was me in the certification launch. Google just released 2 certifications, data engineer and the cloud architect. As an incentive, they gave hoodie and they gave a t-shirt and a hat for whoever signed up for the exam. I signed up and took a photo in the t-shirt. What makes it more exciting is Google would give hoodies to whoever becomes certified. After returning from the conference, I started learning Google Cloud.
So what was your approach to certification readiness back then?
Google was relatively new in 2017, and not many learning material available. I mainly rely on the exam guide and the online documentation. Also, there is a training called Google Cloud for AWS professionals. Because I was certified on AWS, it helped me to fill the gap. With this online learning, also give $300 credit for anybody sign up to use Google Cloud. I used that to practice on Google environment. With this, I make myself ready for the exam. In June, I had a meeting in Google Boston office. It was a week filled with intense brainstorming and discussion. By Friday, I felt ready to take the exam. So I booked it on Saturday, right after I returned from the Boston. I didn't know. My flight got delayed. When I finally reached home, it was already Saturday morning. I managed to get a little sleep, woke up, and went to the test center. After 1 week of traveling and delayed returning home, I still passed.
Wow, it's really incredible. You passed against all odds, and look, I was there cheering for you without even knowing you.
Oh, thank you, Magda. Not only you, our CEO also personally reached out to me and congratulated me. It was a humbling experience to receive the recognition from a CEO of 50,000 employees. It boosted my confidence. It fueled my passion, and it motivated me to continue this exciting journey. With 1 certification under my belt, I set my sight on the next one, Cloud Architect.
All right, so what does this map have anything to do with certification, Eugene?
This is roadmap to success. On a Monday in September 2017, I would start a new project as a chief architect in Bay Area. Before boarding the plane in Sunday, I took the exam in a test center 80 miles away from my home because that was the only test center open on Sunday within 100-mile radius.
That's dedication. So what was the reason for all this extra effort?
Google only allow 3 attempts per certification per year. Unfortunately, I already failed this exam twice that year. If I had failed again, I would need to wait for 1 year before the next attempt. But I wanted to have it before the new project. So I devoted more effort into learning and the preparation and booked the exam on Sunday, giving me the entire Saturday for deep learning.
So what was the feeling when the exam was about to end? Anxiety, hope?
That feeling is breathtaking. That was my last attempt. When I see the message, congratulations, you passed. I was full of joy, elated. I waved goodbye to the exam center workers and started driving back home. I knew my life was going to change.
Yeah, that's really inspiring, and no wonder people call you a legend. And luckily these days we don't need to mostly drive 100 miles to a testing center. Since then our exams are available also remotely. You can take it from home. So you did mention a project in the Bay Area. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, that was a challenging project. 6 years ago, Google was relatively new. Not so many people understood GCP. Since I was certified in both certifications, people had higher expectations on me, and I was overwhelmed by all kinds of requests. Be there in the same time. I almost on the edge of a burnout. Luckily, I'm not alone. They're a great team from my employer, from Google PSO, from the client engineering team. We collaborate together to solve the challenging problems and make a successful delivery. In the end, they migrate the application from on-prem to Google Cloud and became a flagship of Google Cloud program. I cannot mention their name, but if you're interested, the VP of Google Cloud Consulting, Lee Moore, mentioned this customer many times in his LinkedIn post. If you're curious, you can find out from Lee Moore's post.
You are really good at promotion, Eugene, and definitely you piqued my curiosity. So I see this slide with an exciting overall journey. Please walk us through it.
This slide represents my journey so far. Back in 2017, I attended Google Cloud Next. Dan Green's keynote speech motivated me, and I started a journey of, I set a goal for myself to get those 2 hoodies by passing certifications. I dedicated a huge amount of time into learning Google Cloud. and started a journey of crawl, walk, run. In the crawl phase of 2017 and 2018, I successfully passed both certification. I did 5 attempts, but I persevered and kept crawling. In the working phase of 2019 and 2020, I participate in all the beta exam whenever Google released new certifications. By the time I attended the Google Cloud Next 2019, I have all 6 certifications from Google, 4 of them from beta. In the run phase of 2021 and 2022, I passed all certification exams without a single failure. And I became fully certified on July 13th, 2021.
Okay, so why July 13th? Is there any significance to that date?
I chose that day because the following day, July 14th, was my first day at Accenture. I wanted to celebrate the new milestone, fully certified. In the words of a Chinese proverb, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. For me, my Google Cloud journey began with 2 hoodies.
Yeah. Thank you, and such an inspiring story. Thank you, Jun. I love your overall journey. So, wrapping up and really focusing on the topic of our session, maximizing the career opportunities with Google Cloud Credentials, how did all this investment in Cloud Credentials, how did it help you maximize your career?
Okay. Certification provides a purpose for networking. Many executives play golf. They network over golf. I like to play certifications. It became a lifestyle. Going to test center is just like going to a gym to work out.
Yeah.
Through the certification pursuit, I made many friends and built a strong community on LinkedIn. Thank you. I wouldn't be here today without the support from the community. We are powerful. Individually, we are one job. Together, we are an ocean. Through the community, we can maximize our cloud career. I post my success story on LinkedIn. People cheer for me. That made me a perpetual machine. If you get certified, post on LinkedIn. That way, people can celebrate your success. You are not certified unless you post it on LinkedIn. Oh, back. But for a married man, certification and the community alone is not enough. You must get support from your wife. I thank my wife for her love and the support. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you excited about your bright future on Google Cloud?
Yes.
Yes? There is an African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Let's go to cloud together. Let's maximize our cloud career together by taking the new way to cloud.